Okay, we're looking at the amazing new release, Hostzign, one of a plethora of web hosting sites that seem to have popped up recently at a ridiculously low price for very fast speeds and secure hosting. So let's take a look. Is it worth buying now? Well, first of all, if you're a business owner and you've got clients, should you put your own accounts and your business accounts onto something that is so cheap? It's got all these features, and they say it's better than all of these because of what you pay for them, and it's simple, straightforward and easy. And of course the testimonials. Now when you read the sales pages of these things, you really feel that you'd be an idiot not to invest. So who can be blamed for signing up and parting with their few dollars to get involved? Now, although the special offer is meant to be ended because it's all on zero here, you can actually still get in. So a bit of a false scarcity there. So here we go. I'm just scrolling down now, just give a general idea of what you can expect. There's demo videos and lots and lots of repetitive text. You'd expect that on a sales letter. Any good sales letter worth its salt will be promoting this so that you do feel a fool if you don't buy. Now, how can they do this? It's cloud hosting. It's got emails. It's got migration support, protection from the firewall, and there's 24/7 premium technical support. The SSL doesn't work either, so I've gone to Cloudflare, and if you go to Cloudflare, you just get a free account and link it to that, and it does work. I've been on to them about this. The FTP doesn't work either, and I have tried it with FileZilla and their recommended core FTP, and it doesn't work. I get this: cannot retrieve directory listing, blah 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 blah, and you try it the alternative way and it still doesn't work. It just crashes out. So it's something they will no doubt deal with running in issues. So I don't think there's anything to be upset about. But going back to what I was saying, $17 for this when I pay $35 a month for mine on a cloud hosting. This is cloud hosting, SSD technology. So wow, how do they do it? I don't know. If you pay $17 and expect $35 a month service, can that really happen? Don't think it can. They guarantee 100% uptime as well, but I don't think any host in the world can guarantee that. Uptime is basically the amount of time in which your hosting service remains active and directly determines how long your site stays online. 100% means a website is up and running all the time. So I ask, every single second of the time your site needs to be available and meet 100% guarantee. Is that realistic? Don't think it is. So, I mean, if you think about it, web servers need to be maintained, computer servers require administration, maintenance work every once in a while. Plus, just like your home computer really, a website server needs to be reset from time to time. So I can't see how they're guaranteeing 100% uptime. It's a dicey thing to say and puts me in suspicion straight away. The other thing I did, I looked up their reverse IP'd them, so to speak, to find out just here who they're sharing their service with. And it's with all these sites here. It's shared hosting, by the way. You're not on your own, so the security isn't as high. And what I'm looking at here are a number of sites, and I've been through many of them by copying and pasting into my browser. There are some dodgy sites on this server, to say the least. You wouldn't trust them as far as you could throw them, including some very explicit pornographic sites. So I asked the question, is Google going to rank your site highly if you're sharing with these dodgy sites? It has to be said. Not sure they would. But anyway, perhaps that's not the case. Perhaps if you go through Cloudflare, these won't show up. We'll have to see. Now then, this is Whois. So Whois Hostzign. Fire launchers are promoting it, so they can be trusted. I've been with them a while. They seem okay, but it's only just been registered, so there's no history to go back on and check exactly how trustworthy these people are. Now, they've withheld the registrant for privacy purposes. That happens quite a lot when you do these things, but there's no way of checking up. So that's all hidden. No history. You can't check. I did run the name through, can I trust this site, whatever it's called, and they said no, but there again they said no to some legitimate sites, known legitimate sites, so I wouldn't necessarily go that angle either. So Cloudflare is the way to use the SSL to get your site secure, and FTP I'm not sure about yet. I've been in touch with a support that suddenly popped up about 5 minutes ago, and I've left a message and they're going to get back to me within 24 to 48 hours. If you're running a business, that's too long. But there again, for $17, what can you say? I upgraded to the Pro version because I wanted to resell it to my people that wanted a dirt cheap system. But you've got to be able to trust it. So how can you trust it? Well, I think if you do buy into this, back it up every time you make any kind of update, whether it's just a simple update to your website front end, security, whether you've put a latest patch on it or done something with WordPress, back it up. So if anything does go wrong, and you'd like to feel that it's not going to, but it's likely to with something where they're not getting any income, so how can they afford to support you? Then if you've backed it up, at least you can reinstall it or put it on another server. So all in all, let's log into the cPanel. It's got all the features you could ever need. Some of these don't work yet, but I'm sure that's just running in problems. So, for example, here I've got an error coming up. When I click on SSL status, it tells me that there's not one installed, obviously because I've gone to Cloudflare. But I tried it again and again to run the auto SSL, and it says everything here is perfect. It's got a tick in every box, but it still would not, this is my test domain, and it still would not give me a certificate, even after 3 days. So I'm taking it that's not going to work. So how can you trust it after all I've said and put it down? If you're in doubt, just go to somewhere like 20i Hosting. Yes, there's a monthly fee, but you can trust it really solidly and you just don't get problems. If you do want the cheapness of this, and I'm not saying that they're not going to honour what they say they're going to honour, it's time will tell, then go for it, but do back up all the time. That's the only thing you can really do. And if you do run it for your own business, if you're just going to do a landing page, that's fine. Maybe a very small basic website, that's fine, but I wouldn't put any e-commerce on it just yet until you know and you trust it. So as we go along, things could improve. Shared hosting means that if more and more people join, it's going to slow your site down. But at the moment, it is running lightning fast. I've got to say that. I used a service called Pingdom. And so let's do a speed test. I'll put in the name of the site. Now on a cloud server, you want this to be pretty damned quick. Without anything on it, 2.27. I was getting 1.8 yesterday. So that's a basic WordPress site, which runs about the same speed as my cloud hosting service elsewhere. But this for $17 plus, I think it was $67 upgrade. Might be less than that. But anyway, that was for the Pro version. And I'm thinking, that is impressive. So if it stays like that, I know it's going to slow down a little bit when I put a full website on it. But that is impressive. So if you can put up with the lack of support or the speed of support, then go for it. If you've got something you don't mind testing, using it as a test site or a backup site, then go for it. I wouldn't risk everything on it, not your client sites yet. But give it a try. Hostzign, I'm not affiliated, but just go to Hostzign and look at the sales letter, see what you think. There it is. And join if you will. And they've got a 30-day money-back guarantee, so I suppose if anything goes wrong in that time, you're protected. But after that, you'll lose your $17. But it's from Fire Launchers. They don't actually make it, they're just promoting it, it seems, because there's so many. There's host this, host that, host the other, so many different variations, and it's all the same software, you can tell when you get inside. Exactly the same, with the same, pretty well the same bonuses as well and upgrades. So I trust these, and that's why I've gone for it, but I'll give it a good test and see what happens. The special pricing comes to an end soon, but even when it goes to full launch price, it's still cheap as chips. So can they sustain it? All will be revealed. If not, go to 20i hosting. Just type in 20i into your browser, into your search, and have a look at their pricing. And they're in the cloud as well, SSD, super fast, but the difference is they've got a history of perfection. So risk or not. Bye bye for now.